Welcome to Queen's Royal Chat, COVID Love Edition, where we ask the question, can love be found in lockdown?
Hello, my boss queens. I hope you got your crowns on. You too are my boss kings. Welcome to another episode of Queen's Royal Chat. Today, I do have a co-host with me.
Okay, yes, she has a co-host with her. My name is Reggie, as you've seen me before. We're going to be discussing today Love in Lockdown.
COVID Love Edition.
COVID Love Edition. How are you surviving with your love life in COVID?
So we're going to go straight into the episode. So, Love in Lockdown. Is it possible?
I think it is possible. I think you can find love while being locked in. People have done it.
Do you know of anyone that have done it?
Yeah, I know a few people that have managed to find love in lockdown. Would I do it? No, absolutely not. But it is possible. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. It could be, I'm just not sure about it. But it's possible, for the most part. So do you think people are becoming more lonely because of this whole pandemic and the lockdown situation that's going on?
I don't think people are necessarily more lonely. I think the quarantine has allowed people to get some time to actually reflect. For some people, reflect on where they want to go with their life, what they want to do. It's giving them a lot of time to think about life. So I wouldn't say it was lonely for everybody, but, some people it may affect them and they may be sad. But I think this quarantine has allowed for a lot of reflecting, thinking.
It's out there, a lot of people are lonely and I don't want to say desperate, but they do want to find love. I think that the pandemic it made it maybe a little bit easier, I guess, with the online dating.
Easier?
Yeah.
You feel that the online dating is easier?
Right, because now you can FaceTime with the person online, or the dating apps, I believe they do have the video icon.
Have you used the dating apps?
I haven't been on a dating app. It's been a while since I've been on a dating app.
Okay. Did you find it easy to use?
Not really. Not really.
Yeah.
Have you used it?
I have used several.
Wow.
Apps, yes. Several of them. And
did you find love?
No, not at all. I actually found them very difficult to use, and it just, it's all based on what you put in a little paragraph,
and your bio,
and your picture,
bio?
and your picture.
If it's real, if it's you,
right? Because you could get catfished out here, and then you're in big trouble.
Right.
So I think it's very difficult online dating. It's very, very difficult because you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what they've got planned.
We have no idea.
What they're interested in. All you got is a little paragraph to go off of and a picture. Or several pictures. But those can be photoshopped. So I think online dating is very, very difficult, very sketchy, and you've got to be very careful.
Honestly, I don't do online anymore. I had the worst experience with online dating, and I would never do that again.
I need to hear this. What did you do?
Some of these men are not what they say that. It's just not. They don't work where they say they work. They don't look the way they profile. I can't do it. I did it several times. I can't do it. They're broke. They have no money. I mean, the queen wants to go out.
I hope this camera's running right. What do you mean they're broke?
They're broke. They have no money. They expect me to buy them food. I don't understand.
Okay. Now we got to discuss this. So the first date, who should pay for the meal?
The man. Well, whoever's initiating the date.
So you feel that the man, now you just said the man, now you're going to say whoever initiated the date, huh?
Well, most likely it's going to be the man to initiate the date with the woman. Am I right? Or Could be the other way around.
I feel like this. First date, we're in a new age, okay? You can't expect a traditional man when
that's
y'all
how
just not
Grandpa
traditional
did it.
women.
That's
Y'all not
how-
traditional women, so do not expect a traditional man.
But that's how
Listen.
Grandpa did it back in the day. Grandpa did,
Exactly. Grandpa was in his time. This is a whole different time, all right? He was a traditional man. He got up, he went to work. It was a whole different thing. They played different roles. They knew that was it. Now it's a whole different time period.
So what's the time period?
We can't expect that. The traditional male.
First of all, men don't even pull out. They don't even pull out the boys' queens chairs anymore. Hold the doors. What happened to What happened to this? We don't even have this anymore. Because we're in 2022 now.
This is a whole different time period. You cannot expect to have.
So is a woman supposed to hold the door for the man
in a new era where the women aren't traditional?
Whoa!
Yes.
All right.
Yes. How many women can really cook a meal in the kitchen? You know what I'm saying? Like those traditional women.
Oh, like grandma did back in the day.
Exactly. Or sew and knit and actually do. It's a different time period.
Wow.
Not all women can do that. So
and not all men can pay bills like grandpa did back then.
You're absolutely
They don't
right.
pay the bills. They don't.
You're absolutely right.
Fix
So
the
it's
stuff
a different
around the
time
home.
period. It's a different time period. So on the first date, I feel like you should pay for your meal, and she should pay for her meal.
No, I don't.
Or you could trade off, and you pay her, she pay yours.
That's not a date. That's not even considered a date. She pay her half, I pay my half.
It's a thing of value, Ms. Clark. It's a thing of value. I feel like because you have to prove that you are valuable before money is spent on you. You got to prove that. You know what I'm saying? So if you
most likely if you like that person or they like you, I mean, isn't that already enough?
It's not enough to like in this day and age. It's not.
So you're not going to pay for the woman's meal on the first date. You're going to pay her meal. And
I believe the first date should be something worked out where either I pay my meal or we switch off. I'll pay your meal, you pay mine.
Oh, I can't even. I would never with a guy like you. I could never go on a date. I wouldn't. Because you're letting me know right there. Wow. I have to pay for my meal, and you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of women.
We're gonna have to take a poll on that. We definitely gotta take the poll.
Get a poll.
We're gonna have to have the poll because that does not.
Because it only makes sense. It only makes sense. We are in a different time period, all right? And this is the problem.
Camera people, what do you think back there?
Wow.
My camera people, you think? What do you take on this?
While I agree with Reggie, but I have always paid for everything. But I agree that times are different. That it could go either way now. If you're gonna go out, maybe if it's the first date, especially
first date,
because first dates aren't even always like dates now. It's like, hey, do you want to go get food? And it might not be a fancy restaurant, might be TGI Fridays or Applebee's or something. Even if you go get a sandwich or something, if you're gonna sit outside or whatever, still, I think.
I don't think it's traditional. We go back to the traditional ways, like what Grandpa used to do, like pulling out the chairs, holding the doors, paying for the first date. I just think I love that. Like,
I know.
I like to be spoiled. Right? I mean, I'm spoiled. I like to be spoiled.
It's a very nice thing. It's very nice, and it was very respectful of
back
men
then.
to do. Yes.
But how come today men still don't hold the doors? I'm not even talking about just on a date, like just going to the mailbox or,
Well, do you have hands, Ms. Clark?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind getting your own door?
I don't mind, but if you're walking or you're walking in front of me or etc., you should hold the door. You see a woman behind you or hold the door.
How do I know?
I'm pretty sure you look back or you saw.
How do I know it's a woman?
You know someone's behind you. You going to hold the door for them or no? I'm letting it go.
I mean, just off of being me, I would hold the door because I'm walking in. But I'm not going to hold the door because they're a woman. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're a woman, let me hold the door. No, if it was a guy behind me, I'd be like, all right.
Well, that's understandable, but I'm just saying in general. some men. That's like in that city, in New York City, and the train stations,
Subways.
well, subways,
Okay,
whatever you want
all
to call it.
That's fine.
How come the men are not helping these women with the strollers and the baby carriage? How come? They'll see a woman struggling and then looking or keep walking. What's up with that? Oh, is it because we're in a new century? Is that
I mean, well, for one, and I don't want to down New York because it's New York all day, but New Yorkers, we tend to just mind our business. You know, we don't want to get involved in nothing. You know, so we could see somebody on the train just getting knocked out, and we'd just be like,
that's a damn shame.
put them AirPods in, and we just in our own zone.
Wow.
Because you never know what the situation really is. You know, and then once you get involved, then you find out, oh, maybe it's something this person did. Who knows? You know, and now this is what's happening. So, you know, we just tend to mind our business. You know, and that's not a bad thing always. But when you see certain things, you do have to jump up and get involved. But
right, take action.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but
I agree with that.
you know, but sometimes it's good just to stay in your own little box because you don't want to get involved in something that's gonna result in more problems. You know.
Okay. All right. I agree with that. So, FaceTime dates. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
What's
So,
your take on it?
FaceTime date. So, what exactly is a FaceTime date?
Isn't it like a video FaceTime when you're just talking to another person that you probably never met and y'all just discussing things, I believe?
Okay, but wouldn't that kind of be like you do a business meeting with that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a FaceTime date has to be something like, you know.
Oh, maybe we're eating together or
Yeah, you eating
something.
together on camera, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Or I'm watching a
Asking-
movie or something.
Watching a movie on FaceTime?
Can't you watch a movie with someone and they watch the same movie with you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that could be a
I
FaceTime
mean-
date, but wow, that's... Oof.
Boys, queens, and kings, what do you think? Come on.
I guess that could be a date. Just, I mean, but how does that work? Are you just like sitting there at the camera the whole time?
Yeah, like you set the camera a certain angle, right? And
Wow.
say the person is watching the same thing you're watching.
Wow.
And y'all eating your popcorn and
Okay. And so now, I guess, could you do that? Could you do a FaceTime date?
I mean, I've never done it, but who says that it's, I won't do it one day. Hey, sounds cool.
I mean, you know, I'm actually open to try that. You know what I'm saying? A FaceTime date.
Cool.
That's interesting.
With
Very-
someone that you never met.
With someone that I never met.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So how would you FaceTime date? That's another question. With someone that you met, but maybe you guys were friends, right? And now you're looking at each other in a different light. But the pandemic has happened. So would you consider that as a FaceTime date?
I mean, I would, like I said, I would try it, but I don't know if I could do a movie FaceTime date. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Because either I'm watching a movie or I'm watching you. And
y'all watching each other.
and
not
how am I
watching
going
the
to do that?
movie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be back and forth, like...
Look, the movie is playing. Look, the camera is just set at a certain angle, and the movie is playing on your TV, and the movie is playing on her TV.
It sounds like you've done this before. You got it all down, too.
I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying, how would that work? You know what I'm
Because
saying? 'Cause if
y'all both watching the movie or whatever, and you're eating your popcorn, and y'all just like, oh, maybe she's something scared her, and you're like, all right, baby, don't worry.
And I can't even hug her or nothing. She's scared, and I'm like, is everything okay? Are you all right?
Well, that is a good gesture that you reach out. Oh, hey, I'm here for you. Hey.
Nah, because a very important part of, I feel, love is you got to have that physical touch. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of that that's in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you scared and I'm just like,
Hey.
is everything all right? Are you okay?
Hey, I'm right here. Don't worry. I'm right here. So when she goes, oh, you can go, I'm right here. Put your hand out. I'm right here. And she know that you're there.
Put my hand out?
Yeah, put your
I'm right here.
Well,
Just grab my hand.
put your hand out.
Okay.
So she knows through the camera he's there for me. He can't physically be here.
I think if I was to do a FaceTime date, we gotta be sitting down eating. Right.
Okay, so a dinner date.
It's easy to talk over food.
Okay.
Where's the food? You got the food? All right. It's easy to talk over food. So it's like, you can sit down, have a nice little,
Meal.
little something. You know what I'm saying? A little something light.
Or dessert.
Yeah. But dessert, you're going to go real quick. You know what I mean? You want something that's going to...
Well, because somebody like you would swallow in 2 seconds. I'm just saying.
Depending on the dessert, But, you get a nice little size meal. Sit down at the table, open it up. Now, here's the thing. Do you dress up fancy? Or do you dress down? You know what I mean? Are you in your PJs just chilling like, FaceTime date in the jammies?
Well, I guess you two can figure that out. Like maybe you might say, hey, you get dressed up, I get dressed up, casual or whatever it might be, and then y'all come and surprise each other with your outfits on, and y'all sit down and have your meal.
See, but that's where this thing gets weird, because if it's a normal date, it ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no option.
You're in the house.
There's no option for you to show up.
It's not like you're at a restaurant.
There's no option for you to show up in your PJs.
Okay, so you show up in a nice top and bottom, or why you can't show up in your PJs?
It's just not. It's not. You see, first impressions are very important. You know what I'm saying? If you go on a date, right, and dude show up with PJs, right? And he got on some Ugg slippers. You know what I'm saying? He fancy though. He fancy, but he got, you know what I'm saying? He got Ugg slippers and he got his PJs on, and he show up and he's like, hey, his shirt is on. He got a white shirt, but he got and he just, he come in. He's like, how are you? What are you going? You going to judge him, right? You going to judge him off the fact he had on PJs and a white shirt with a hole in it.
We're on the video, so I can't judge him.
That's what I'm saying. So that it changes from in person to FaceTime dating. Maybe FaceTime dating might be the thing, because maybe you'll get the real person.
Right. Maybe. So they're dressed in whatever they feel comfortable in, and you're dressed in whatever you feel comfortable in, and are just sitting down having a meal or whatever. Or maybe you could just be sitting down just talking. Maybe you're on your fire escape and she's on the rooftop, and y'all just sitting there talking on a video.
Fire escape, I heard that. I just can't remember where, but I heard it as fire escape.
I actually had a fire escape and living in Brooklyn, so.
Oh, you was outside.
I was outside.
Okay. She was outside. Okay, I see what happened. Did anybody talk to you on the fire escape?
Yeah, I knew people downstairs.
So you yelling at them?
Yeah,
Okay.
Friends was downstairs, on the other side. They had their apartments on the other side. So, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, set up any dates that way?
That was in the back of the days. That was in the 90s.
Okay. So just to clarify, so we sit down with a meal. We wouldn't be doing the movie FaceTime date initially. So the movie FaceTime date would be a little.
If you guys wanted to, right? If you guys wanted to do that, right?
Okay. And then we sit down, we eat, talk and things, and I could see that working. I definitely would try it.
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you for watching Queen's Royal Chat, COVID Love Edition. Tune in next week for part 2, where we will discuss social media and couples quarantining. I hope you enjoyed. See you next week.